Here's how a king's vanity and a tailor's deception brought down an empire. Back in the early 19th century, Napoleon Bonaparte ruled a vast French empire with an iron fist. He was a brilliant military strategist, but he was also obsessed with appearances, especially his own. He believed his power was reflected not only in the size of his army but also in the magnificence of his uniform. His grand new military coats were a symbol of his authority, a sign of his unwavering might. His tailors were instructed to make the most impressive uniforms possible, and the emperor himself demanded that they be as elaborate and pristine as his reputation. But his soldiers, the ones who had to march across Europe in those beautiful coats, were in for a surprise. The new wool was dyed with a special tin mordant to give it a rich, vibrant color. This made the fabric look fantastic, but the tailors and the emperor didn't know that the tin would react badly to the extreme cold of a Russian winter. As the French army marched deeper and deeper into Russia, temperatures plummeted. Therefore, the beautiful red dye on the soldiers' coats began to break down. This wasn't just a cosmetic problem. The chemical reaction also caused the wool fibers to become brittle and disintegrate. The soldiers' once impressive coats were literally falling apart at the seams. They offered no protection against the bitter cold, and the army was left exposed and vulnerable. The brilliant uniforms that were supposed to symbolize Napoleon's might became a silent, creeping poison. Napoleon's army, the greatest in the world, was defeated not by a single battle or brilliant strategy, but by a microscopic chemical reaction in their uniforms. The French soldiers froze by the thousands, and the emperor's obsession with a perfect shade of red contributed to the collapse of his invasion and, ultimately, the beginning of the end for his empire. It was a spectacular fall hastened by the very thing meant to make him look invincible.